Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Breakfast with Unity. So today we're going to be doing something that's kind of just a little built-in feature on Unity, but I don't see a lot of people using it, and it's kind of interesting how it works. And we're just going to set up a ragdoll. We're just going to make a little character that we can throw around. So what we're going to do is we're going to first go to a new scene. We're just going to create a new scene, and I'm going to go ahead and save the scene so that we know where it is. And we're going to put it in our Ragdoll episode. Ragdoll. Alright. So now, what we're going to do is, if you go to the Create menu, 3D Object, there's this Ragdoll option. And it caused Unity to crash. Okay. I was just using this thing earlier, so hold on. I swear this will work. That was not what I expected the episode to start with. Alright. So, here we are. We're on Untitled. We're going to go into Ragdoll. And we're going to create our 3D object Ragdoll. There it is. Alright. So, this brings up this menu. It says Create Ragdoll. And this gives us kind of some hints as to how this thing works. So, you've got your different pieces here. And we're going to connect them together. And what this actually does is it just generates a bunch of various appropriate joints to these objects, so that you end up with an object that is a ragdoll that just moves like you'd expect. So we have root, left hips, left knee, left foot, right hips, right knee, right foot, left arm, left elbow, right arm, right elbow, middle spine, and head. So let's try and approximate these with some shapes here. So we're going to create 3D object. I'm going to create a sphere for the hips. See, all right. And why is this all the way over here? 0, please. Thank you. All right. So let's start with a ball for the hips. So this will be our root object. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to look when we finish it up. I've done this once before, but I did it slightly different ways, so we'll see how this goes. So what were the objects again? Sorry, I'm going to have to just do this a lot. Hopefully it won't crash a lot. So left hips, left knee, left foot. All right, cool. So I'm going to assume that left hips is basically the upper part of the leg. And we'll see how this actually goes. So 0.5, 0.5. No, let's leave the 1 there. 0.5. And we will just place it here. This is not going to be the most anatomically correct human that has ever been made. Remember, not the artist type here. So we'll go like that. I'm going to just make this easy on ourselves. So 0.5, 0.9. I'm going to duplicate this, put it on the other side. We're going to duplicate again. Duplicate again. We're going to get down to here. So I'm going to have them overlap a bit. Duplicate again. Overlap them a bit. We'll see how this actually goes when we get around to it. Minus 2.1. Yeah, 2.1 is good. 2.1. Alright, and then feet, so we'll just create a couple of little spheres for our feet. Maybe elongate them out. Actually, let's yeah, we'll just put actually, I'm going to see how much we can get away with not actually putting in and see if it'll still as generate. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to save the scene as we do this, just in case there's crashes. I wasn't worried about that before the episode, but I'm worried about it now. So, root, left hips, left knee, left foot. Right. So we're going to skip the feet. Let's do left arm, left elbow. Actually, let's not do left arm, left elbow. Let's get to where we can see the shoulders first. So, ragdoll, left arm, left elbow, right arm, right elbow, middle spine. There we go. Middle spine, head. All right, so middle spine, we're going to do create 3D object capsule. This is going to be our middle spine. Do it at point. We'll do it at 1. As I said, this guy's going to look really freaky. And then we're going to create our head. So I'm going to create another sphere. We're going to throw this on the top here as our head. And then let's actually start naming some of these. Head, root, left hips. He's facing forward, so this will be appropriate. Right hips. Right knee. Left knee. And body. And then what else do we need? So we need our left arm, right arm stuff. So I'm just going to basically take these, copy them, duplicate them rather, move them up and make some horrible mutant here. So we're going to move it up to about, that's about a shoulder. And then I'm just going to rotate it out. Oops. If we change it to if we change it to pivot, this will allow us to actually rotate the whole thing. Nope. Okay, I lied. I thought there was a way to do this. Okay, well, we'll do it the other way. Create an empty object, just throw these in here. Oh, we need a rotate point anyway. Whatever. I'll just rotate them individually. The other 90. No, this one. There we go. So I'll just put this out here, just sticking out the side of his body like that. Let's do -1 and 1.5 and 1.5 and negative whatever 2. And then we can just rename these to left arm, left shoulder, duplicate, bring them over here. So this is right shoulder, right arm. And we'll put this at 2 and 1. There we go. So let's see if we can do it with just these parts. Save project, create 3D object Ragdoll. We're going to give it the root, left hips, right hips, left knee, right knee, middle spine, left arm, right arm, left elbow, oh wait, right arm. Okay, so that's actually not what we want. We want right arm to be right shoulder, right arm to be right elbow, and for left arm we want left shoulder, so I didn't name these exactly right, and left arm. Alright, left elbow and left arm may not be the same assignment. It's left elbow, oh wait, I did left shoulder is what we want. No, I did that wrong. Left shoulder on the left arm on the left elbow, right arm, oh, and then right arm, and right shoulder. So right shoulder goes into here. And then we give it a head. That's all we need. So we don't actually need the hands. That's what I thought. Or the feet, rather. So we've got this now, and I'm just going to make it strength 0, and we're just going to create and see how this goes. Alright, so now what has happened is each of these objects now has a, oh, maybe we shouldn't have done scaling. It now has joints, and they're probably not going to work exactly right. So let's go ahead. Why did the colliders all move? Oh, I guess it generated some colliders for us. It just made them a little bit awkward. We might have to readjust some of these things. So if I hit play right now, we don't get to see very much going on. So let's create a, first let's create a directional light. Second, let's create something for him to fall onto. So let's create a 3D object plane. We're just going to put it down here, and we're going to hit play. All right, so he is a ragdoll, but he's obviously not having the best day. But we've gotten somewhere. That's good. So what we're going to do now is actually adjust these handle positions. So we're going to go to the so these little yellow arrows that are kind of hard to see, and they don't get bigger. It's going along the green axis here. There's this little yellow area. You'll have to take my word for it. These control where these joints actually connect. So this one we want them all to be at the connections to where they're connected to. So if we go here, and I'm going to clean up the colliders while we do this as well. So the colliders, I'm just going to put back to whatever the original settings were, which I think is just 1.5 and no offset. Wait, or maybe just a 0.5 offset. There, cool. So that's fixed, and now we're going to move his little, so this one has a little joint here. We're going to move it down. So what are we doing? We're moving the anchor so that was X. That's a weird way. Okay, so Y, we're going to move the Y to 0.9, 0.8, 0.75. All right. So we're going to do 0.75 there, and then we're going to do that on all these other ones. We're going to do 0.75. Yeah, that'll work. 0.75. And we're going to just adjust the colliders again. 0.5, 1, 0.5. There we go. Same thing over here. I don't really know why it changes the colliders. Maybe it's so that they don't interpenetrate. That's probably what they were working on. We might make it so that he can interpenetrate to fix that if this causes a problem. So Y again, negative 0.75. And let's see if this fixes the arms first. So height 1, 0.5, 0.5, and negative 0.75. So if we save this, save scene, save project, and play, his arms should work a lot better now. Yay, they're working a lot better. Still looks a little broken in places, but you can see that he has kind of bend points now that seem somewhat appropriate. So let's fix up his legs next. So just same deal here. We probably could have set this up manually and been just as fast. Let's see if we can just get away with 0.75 and everything. Oh, looking great. Actually, it probably should be 0.85. I'm going to actually change them all to that. And actually, these should be identical, right? I'm not going to worry about it. 0.8. And 0.5. 1. 5. And I'm just going to do these ones simultaneously. I think I can get away with it. So 0.8. Yep. This one should probably be point. Let's do 1.0. Or 0.9 at least. Yeah, let's do 0.9. And all the same stuff for the capsule collider. 1.5, 0.5. There we go. So now if you play a little bit closer, he can almost stand. Remember, he's facing forward, so keep that in mind when you think that things are bending in the wrong directions. Alright, I like that shoulder connection. I am not a huge fan of where this ended up. Let's try 7.5. 0.65. We'll do 6.5. Same on this one, 0.65. And let's just check. Oh yeah, this is totally in the wrong place. This one shouldn't even have a joint, right? Yeah, this is just the root. I don't know why they decided to give it a box collider, but they did. I'm not going to question them on that actually right now. I am going to question them on that. I'm going to replace this with a sphere collider. Remove component, add physics, sphere collider. There we go. Maybe that's the faster way. I could just remove the collider and then add it again. Physics, capsule collider. There we go. And so this needs to move up. So the head shows where the neck is connected. So let's very quickly put that in the right place. So minus 0.5 seems perfect. Oops. Alright, so yeah, that'll be good. And then finally, this one needs to be connected to the hip, so we need to bring the thing down a bit. So 0.1, 0.75, 0.75, somewhere in there. How's that look? Yeah, it looks like it's on the line. Hit play. And we have a Ragdoll. Yeah, that wasn't too hard. So now let's do something fun with our Ragdolls. So first of all, we've got a problem here. Well, not a big problem. I'm going to go just a little bit over time because I wanted to at least have Ragdolls doing something cool. So we can't make all these have a parent, because if we do, it'll break the way the Ragdolls work. All these are physics components, and they have to be connected via physics connections, not via hierarchy connections. But what we can do is we can create a empty game object as their parent temporarily. And what we're going to do is we're going to call this rigid body. And I'm just going to grab all these dudes. Well, actually, I'm going to put this somewhere in the center. Is that the center of the character? Let's do them by the... Yeah, let's do it by the center. I like that. I like that position as center better than the crotch. So let's just grab all these pieces, put them in our rigid body. And what we're going to do now is we're going to create a little script called destroy and detach children at start. So what we're going to do is destroy this game object and detach all the children at the start. That's what it does. And it doesn't need any parameters. It just needs to do its job. So on start, we're going to eventually, we're going to do destroy game object. But before that, we're going to, for each transform child in transform. This will give us all of the child objects of this object. We're going to set child.parent equals null. There we go. So now if we save this, we attach this to our rigid body, and we make a prefab of our rigid body. Actually, I'm going to call it a ragdoll. I don't know why I called it a rigid body. Ragdoll. Alright, so let's hit save, apply, all this junk. Let's hit play, make sure it works. So we hit play. Oh, that looks like that didn't work so good. what happened. So if we do this and hit play and hit pause, we lost half of our things. Oh goodness, what happened? I think somehow I don't have destroy, detach children or anything else, right? Destroy and detach children. That should have found at least one thing. Oh, at start. Destroy and detach children at start. There we go. Yeah, it's just the ragdoll. Alright. Let's delay it a frame then. We'll do destroy game object and we'll give it a delay. Destroy actually can just take a delay by itself, which is something that not a lot of people know. I'm just giving it a 0.1f delay. File save. Let's see if that solves our problem. No, definitely did not solve our problem. Oh, what is happening? This makes me unhappy. 1.0f. Let's just see if we wait a whole second. For each child, transform child and transform child at parent equals null. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. Huh. It still kind of worked even though... What is happening? That is so weird. Alright, well, I'm just gonna... It seems to be that it'll work well enough without this. I'm just gonna remove this. We might work on this another time. Let's just quickly get this doing something fun. So, I'm going to duplicate a level here. We're gonna go to... where is it? Add explosion force. And let's do explosion gravity. I'm going to just... duplicate this and bring it down into our ragdoll. We're going to call this ragdoll gravity. Ragdoll gravity. We're going to go in here, we're going to save our ragdoll thing, and we're going to go to sphere. And why is there a sphere? Okay, the sphere is actually what's doing our continuous explosion force. And then we have... Wait, where's our spawn? If I hit play, what happens? Okay, we do have a spawner somewhere. Spawn randomly. Okay, it's on our sphere as well. So we're going to spawn instead. We're going to make the distance bigger. We're going to make the radius of our thing better. We're going to do 15 and 15. And then we're going to grab our ragdoll prefab and put it in here. And if we play... Oh, goodness. Not exactly what I expected to have happen. Let's change the force amount a little bit. Let's make it negative 50. Huh, I don't know why they're... Oh, wait, they're still deleting... Okay, I didn't apply that. That's what's happening. So, let's go back to 100. And I evidently did not get rid of this object. Remove component. Play. Now it'll work. Okay, I think we're going to need to have a little bit more attraction here. We'll just set this to 200. There we go. We have Ragdoll. It's a snuggle puddle. Alright. Let's save that. Save project. I would say that was a satisfying ending. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please email me, pushypixels@pushypixels.com. You can also tweet me at Drakfire. That's DRAKFYRE. You guys have a great one, and I'll see you tomorrow with more Breakfast with Unity, probably at the regular time of 8 a.m. PDT. Thank you very much, and you guys have a great one.